The Art of Knowing Self, a conversation between Dashta and Sage.
You often speak of knowing as something beyond knowledge, a state that doesn't require explanation. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Knowing is a direct experience. It is not something you read about or acquire through study. It's like the difference between hearing about the taste of honey and tasting it for yourself. One is knowledge, the other is knowing. Knowing doesn't ask for proof because it is already experienced. There's no doubt in knowing.
But how does one arrive at knowing if we are surrounded by so much information?
The path to knowing often comes through silence, not the absence of noise, but the quieting of the mind, letting go of the constant chatter that wants to understand, analyze, and label. The mind is addicted to knowing about things, but true knowing is beyond thought. It's when the mind steps aside that the truth reveals itself.
So knowing isn't something we can think our way into.
Correct. You cannot think your way into knowing because thinking is rooted in knowledge, which is secondhand. True knowing is firsthand. Imagine standing in the rain. You don't think, I am wet. You feel the wetness. That is knowing.
You mentioned that as you transitioned into knowing, you felt like you were becoming someone else each month. Can you share more about that?
Yes, each stage of transition felt like embodying a different version of myself. I experienced their struggles, their joy, their anger, and their pain. It wasn't just observation. I lived it. Every emotion, every shift felt as though it was happening through me. But these weren't different people. They were parts of me I had yet to know. The transition to knowing required me to feel everything fully without resistance.
That sounds intense, living so many emotions while shedding the old.
It was intense, but transformation often is. The mistake we make is believing we can change without discomfort. Pain is not the enemy, it's the invitation. The more we embrace it, the faster we move through it and into knowing. The old self didn't want to leave, but it had to. And every layer I shed revealed something truer.
So the end result of this journey is peace.
No, peace is not the end result. It is the foundation. Knowing doesn't bring you to peace. It reveals that peace was always there. You just had too much noise to hear it.
And for those still struggling, still searching for their own knowing,
Trust what you feel over what you think. Let go of needing to have all the answers. You don't need to get it right to get there. You only need to be honest with yourself. When you quiet your mind, what is left is knowing. And when you arrive there, you'll wonder why you ever doubted it was within you all along.